All right, guys, so I'm 2 days out from the HYROX. If you're not familiar, it's a fitness challenge. Essentially, you do running, you do an event, you do running, you do an event, you do running, you do an event, you do running, you do an event. You just keep doing that over and over and over. I'm 2 days out. If I'm being honest, I'm not ready, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I didn't train at all. I should have. I signed up for this back in December, and my plan was to start the year off and run a marathon, do a Spartan race, then do this. So I figured, okay, I'd be in great shape, I'd be training, I'd be ready to go and all that stuff. But it didn't work out that way. I was doing the marathon, I ended up hurting my calf, so that took me out for an extra month. And then I was supposed to do the Spartan race and I got sick. This was like 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So that also set me back. So now I'm 2 days out from the HYROX. I barely trained. I did my normal, fitness routine, or normal gym stuff, weight training, all that. But I didn't do any cardio training, which is a big portion of the fitness event. So, we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, so I'm on my way to the gym right now. I'm walking there and then get my workout in. I'll probably record some of that. Maybe I'll throw it in here, I'll see. And then I'll keep you guys posted. Tomorrow I gotta go do the early registration. So I'll make sure to record that. And then obviously I'll get clips on the HYROX event. So my goal right now is not to be the fastest, become pro or anything like that. Right now my goal is just to get it done. However long it takes me, but I just wanna get it done. Then next time around, I'll have a better understanding, better idea. I can train better, actually train. And then I'll go for see if maybe I can make a pro or something, or get it under an hour and a half, whatever the time is supposed to be. So yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. All right, just got done up with the workout. Again, 2 days out from the HYROX. I had a good back day. I didn't record. I recorded for TikTok and Instagram, just because the tripod I have is only for the vertical. I don't have for the landscape. So it was difficult, and there's people working out. I don't want to take up too much time, but you can go find that on my Instagram and my TikTok. Maybe I'll put it on shorts too. But yeah, that wraps up the back workout. So we're 2 days out from HYROX. I'll be back tomorrow for a shoulder workout, registration, and then Saturday is game time. So stay tuned. All right, guys, it's bright as hell. 1 day out from the HYROX. We're here to come register early so we don't have to wait in line tomorrow. So I'll show you guys what that looks like once I get in there. All right, guys, today's officially race day. It is 9:10 in the morning. My start time is at 10:20, so in about an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna head over to the venue now. It's about 10-15 minutes away from me, so I'm about to take an Uber there. Get there, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Get warmed up, get some carbs in me. I have a carb powder, some electrolytes, and then we'll get going. We'll see how it goes. Back home, showered, cooled down. I finished the HYROX event, completed it. First time ever doing it, did the HYROX men's individual. So did the whole thing by myself, no help. Very humbling experience. Definitely recommend everyone give it a try if you're thinking about it or on the fence or interested. If there's one coming near you, definitely give it a try. Now, I do highly recommend you actually train and prepare for it because I really didn't. I just did my normal strength training program. So cardio wise, I struggled. Strength wise wasn't too much of a struggle, but the endurance was definitely a big challenge. The whole event, the way it works is you run a kilometer and then you do an event, you run a kilometer, you do an event, you run a kilometer, you do an event, and there's 8 events, so you do that 8 times. I will say the first event, the ski erg, isn't too bad. To be honest, I just got like a little tricep pump from it. I don't know if my form was bad, maybe that's why, but I got it done, and I got it done really a decent time, I think. But yeah, that first event didn't take me too long. And I remember thinking to myself afterwards, like, oh, I'm on a good pace. Like, I'll get this done in an hour and a half if I keep this pace up. And then I got to the sled push. And let's just say things changed. They were not the same anymore. Not that I wasn't strong enough for the sled push, but that I didn't realize how much physical energy it was going to require, because I didn't train the sleds at all. Like, I didn't do any sled pushing. I didn't do any sled pulling. I was just like in my head, like, yeah, I could do it. Very smart of me. And I mean, I did do it, but yeah, that one, the sled push more than anything, that thing destroyed me. I think by far that was the most difficult one for me, just because my gas tank just completely blew out. Like, it wasn't that the weight of the sled was too heavy for me, is that I was just tired. Like, my cardio was just kind of beat because I didn't train cardio. So I didn't have much cardio in me to begin with. And then I was using like my whole body. So it required like a full body strength. So not only was my body, the muscles fatiguing, but now I was out of breath to begin with. So it was taking a lot out of me. And it was the only event where I genuinely believed I might actually throw up. And it was like one of those moments where like you just kind of take a break after a set and you're just like, don't throw up, don't throw up. And yeah, I didn't throw up though. I got through it. So let's go. And then the next event after that was the sled pull, which I also did not prepare for at all. That one I struggled a lot with in the beginning until I found out there was chalk. I didn't know that. The second I put chalk on my hands, it suddenly became so much easier. I was able to just like yank kind of the thing. But for the majority of it, I just kind of used a lot of my legs involved, which was kind of taking a toll on my legs. That hurt me later on. Had I known there was chalk, I probably could have incorporated more upper body strength. I was trying to, but my hands were sliding on the rope from sweating so much. But once I got the chalk, which was like the very final lap I had to do, things moved a lot quicker. And then after that, I got into the burpees. And honestly, I was very, I don't want to say scared, but like I didn't know how I felt about the burpees. I thought the burpees were going to take me out. Like, if there was one event that was really going to do it to me, it was going to be the burpees. And surprisingly enough, it was the easiest event. Like, I flew through those burpees. I think I got it done. I don't remember the exact time, but it was somewhere between like a minute and a minute 30 seconds, somewhere in that range. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't know, I just caught a flow state and I was just going. And I wasn't stopping. It barely did anything to my gas tank. But around that, the burpees is the 4th event. So that's the halfway mark. And that's where I kind of caught a second win, where now my cardio wasn't struggling anymore. But I was getting to that point in the race where now my muscle endurance was starting to die out. So then I had to deal with that issue. So I had to find like my pace. I had to figure it out. And so that required some walking during the running as well. Like, I didn't run nonstop the whole way. Like, there were a couple moments I stopped to walk, to catch my breath, to let my legs like rejuvenate, come back to life. And so what I was doing was I would run one lap, try to do the second one. And then as I would get close to where I was going to go back into the main floor where all the events were happening, I would start walking just to give my legs some time to recover. I'd stop at the water hydration booth, and they had some like electrolytes in the water, and I just chugged like 2 or 3 of those real quick. And then I go in and do my event. And I did that throughout the whole race, which I think helped me out big time, because I didn't have to deal with too much cramping or anything like that. I did a little bit, but nothing significant that was like going to take me out. After the burpees was the row. So I started doing the rows. Rows weren't too bad. I didn't push, I think, as hard as I could have. I think I could have pushed harder. But my traps, I didn't know. I didn't train much. So I didn't know that your traps can get very fatigued from rowing. So towards the end of the row, like I just kind of pushed through it, but my traps were on fire. But needless to say, it wasn't that difficult. I don't know, pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of row. It wasn't hard. The next event was the farmer's carries. Again, pretty easy, to be honest. There they had chalk as well, so you just threw chalk on. With the chalk, it was easy to maintain the grip, and kind of flew through that one too. Like I just did one complete lap without stopping, put it down, took a couple of deep breaths, picked it back up, and then just kind of went through again. So the farmer's carries weren't too bad, to be honest. Obviously, you know, like your hands get tired, you know, some of your back muscles get a little fatigued, you start feeling a little burned, but nothing that's gonna take you out. Like it wasn't too significant. Now, where things got interesting again is when I got to the lunges. Lunges is the 7th exercise out of the 8. So when I got to the lunges, that was a challenge. That one was hard. And I trained lunges. That was like one of the only things I did train, which I think is why I was able to get through. Because had I not trained lunges, it would have taken me a very, very, very long time to get through. Because in the lunges, it's not like, you know, you're carrying a sandbag, and it's not like you could just take it off, catch your breath, pick it back up, keep going. It's like, no, you have to keep it on you at all times. So even if you're gonna stop to catch your breath, you gotta stay there holding it. So it's still putting weight on your legs, and your legs are already tired from all the running you just did and all the other events. So this is where I got really jealous of all the people that were doing doubles, meaning they had a partner, because when you have a partner, you can split the load work. So like I can do lunges down one way, hand it off to you, you can bring it back, or vice, you figure out a little strategy that works for you guys. I was doing an individual, partially because I didn't know doubles existed. I thought like, oh, you just do individual. So I had to do the whole entire thing by myself. That meant the entire event. So every event I did this all the way through by myself, no help. The lunges, the way down, like the initial beginning, that one was a little rough. I felt my right quad started to catch a slight cramp. Honestly, it felt like it was about to do a backflip, but thankfully I finished like the first 25 of it. And so I just stood for a little bit holding the bag, took a couple deep breaths, and then like out of nowhere, I just caught a second wind. And then I just got through the last 25, but I had a crazy leg pump after that, and my legs were super shot. Like they got super tight after. So I ended up having to walk a lap just to give my legs time to recover. And then I started jogging again just to kind of get blood flow back in there. I didn't want to walk another lap because I didn't want my legs to get cold or anything from that. So I ended up running the last one. Then again, same strategy. Like as I got right before I got in, walk a little bit, take some deep breaths, throw some electrolytes back, go to the next event. So the last event was the wall balls. Again, was jealous of the doubles there because you have to do 100 wall balls. And again, I'm by myself, which means I had to do all 100 by myself. Everyone next to me though were in doubles. So they were like splitting the work. Some of them were doing 50-50, some would do 25, then 25, then 25, then 25. Some were doing like, I'm gonna just go till I'm tired, then you go till you're tired, then I'll go till I'm tired kind of thing. But I didn't have that luxury. So I had to do everything by myself. And I had to do 7 extra reps because 7 of them didn't count. So I guess technically it was 107 reps, but it is what it is. I got it done. And then once you're done with that, you just kind of run to the finish line, then you're all done. So I got it done in 2 hours and 25 minutes. Humbling experience, very fun though. And you feel really good after, like, especially, I don't know how the doubles are, but knowing that I didn't really train, I was sick 2 weeks ago, that kind of set me back as well. And I chose the individual event where I had to do everything by myself all the way through. Like there was no quit. Like I just had to figure it out. And I did. Makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really good. Like, yo, I can do anything I set my mind to kind of thing. And you get this little high. So yeah, I would definitely do another HYROX. This time around, I want to give myself a true training camp because I think if I truly train, I could get it down to about an hour and a half, maybe less. I don't know. Depends how much time I give myself to train. So if you plan on doing it, definitely train. Definitely give yourself some time to get that training in. That way you can take your time with it, do it properly, and be ready for it. And that way you also lessen the chance of injury and stuff like that. Like there were some people who mid-race were dropping out because they're cramping too hard or pulling stuff. So make sure you train properly. Awesome time, awesome experience. Definitely would do it again. highly recommend you guys check it out. Yeah, that was the HYROX event. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I plan on posting more content, more vlogs, more videos in general on YouTube. I just moved to Miami, so probably be posting more stuff about just life, I guess, and the gym. So if you're new, which I'm assuming you are because it's probably like my first or second video, I don't know when I'm gonna post this, make sure to subscribe, like, comment if you've ever done a HYROX as well. And if you have, comment how your first experience was, and maybe leave some tips for any other people who are looking to do a HYROX for the first time and are unsure, because I was one of them and I just kind of had to figure it out. So catch you guys in the next video. Peace.